Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Tannehill. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Second down and 10, Darnold. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Set for 30. Go. He's moving, boys, he's moving.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's go. Set. Got 80.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Stills the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
80. Tiger. Go.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He dumps it off to Dre. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Play. Go.
Throwing again is Tannehill, and that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Sliding out of the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56.
Darnold from the gun. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Quincy Enunwa, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Zebra. Clay.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Avery Williamson not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Zebra.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Henry Anderson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gone! Now let's go!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 30, 10, 5. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Jets. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Darnold now to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st down, Darnold. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Able to power through. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain. Because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And an alley to run. midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Gone! Back there in that Philly. Here we go.
They run. This is Cohen. Oh, little 360. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes a mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Darnold going for it all. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Now Cohen. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Darnold from the red zone now. Going underneath for Corral. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Run.
First carry for Frank Gore back home here in Miami. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
30. Go.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Amendola, he was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Go. We're 30. Tiger. Go.
Off play action, Tannehill. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
That has to be frustrating for defenders. 3rd down, they take a shot way downfield. There is good coverage, yet they still come down with the football and pick up a big game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Go. We're 30. Go. Zero. Go. Go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Waiting. Tiger. Zero. Tiger. Go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Tannehill now to throw. It's caught. Outrun Amendola. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Tannehill hands to Drake. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, Sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Over, 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 over!
A first down throw, Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and forever.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Darnold. Flush to his right. Found his target. It's Anderson. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Gone. Detroit.
To throw is Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Marquette King now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gone.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Burnett. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Darnold. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Back to throw, Darnold. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Myers now to kick it away. The return man is Grant. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Darnold. A little dump off for Corral. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Darnold from the gun. Flushed out right. That's caught right side by Anderson. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes for the rookie Sam Darnold. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Drops it underneath the goal. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
They stay on the ground with Drake. Room here to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill going up top. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start with a give to Cohen. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
On 1st down, Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burnett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will extend this big lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
Here you go, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Ship.
Go.
Stay in open. 57 to Mike.
Drake off the give from Tannehill. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Check.
Set. Lady.
57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Clay, Clay.
Here I come. Check.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
Again, it's Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And take it right on the 30. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit out that jaw jack.